It's officially summer, and boy, the heat is on. We want you to stay cool during this hot and humid period, so we encourage you to drink more water to stay hydrated. Avoid alcohol, caffeinated beverages, or protein-rich foods as they increase your body heat. Be sure to monitor your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels to prevent fainting spells, dehydration, or dizziness. You may also want to remain indoors between noon and 3 p.m. during the day, as the sun is directly overhead at this time. You may also want to take cold showers or baths before going to bed at night.
Water is precious. So we encourage everyone to practice the 4 R's of water conservation. Always remember to reduce your use of water wherever possible. Replace water wasting devices with water savings devices. Reuse water wherever possible. And wherever leaks are found, please repair them and repair them quickly.
Don't delay. Practice the 4 R's of water conservation today.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, June 24. The Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity was full to capacity on Sunday as a grateful nation bade its final farewell to Jamaica's 5th Prime Minister. Vanessa Silvera was on location at the ecumenical service hosted by the church based on North Street in Kingston.
Local and international dignitaries joined by thousands of Jamaicans expressed their love and appreciation for former Prime Minister Edward Philip George Seaga.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness remembered his mentor as a man who believed in nurturing young people.
Now we lay you to rest, Papa Eddie. But what you stood for lives on. It lives on in the institutions you have created and the people you have tutored and mentored. Our greatest tribute to you and your work and your life is to continue the struggle to create wealth, to pull up the weak, to spread knowledge and justice, and continue prosperity for all.
Several heads of state and government officials from the Caribbean were also in attendance at the state funeral. In leading the tributes from overseas guests, Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, described Mr. Seaga as a regional stalwart.
His entire life's work, friends, may have labeled him a Jamaican, but for the many of us elsewhere in the region, Eddie was a Caribbean man, a champion of regional integration movement, and one who advocated for change to improve the process that unites us all.
Locally, former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson praised Mr. Seaga for his innumerable accomplishments.
Our views did not always coincide on a vast range of national issues and external policies. But that consideration and that habit of division will not prevent me from paying my humble tribute to a titanic warrior and to loudly applaud the monumental contribution and its high qualitative value which Edward Seaga has made to this blessed land.
And Edward Seaga, who dedicated his life to the people of Western Kingston, was eulogized by one of the sons of that constituency. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie remembered the late statesman as someone who was like a father to him and all those who call West Kingston their home.
He therefore expanded opportunities for educational, economic, and cultural upliftment within the whole constituency. Out of despair, he gave hope. Out of darkness, he brought light. Out of old cars and shacks, he provided decent housing. Out of fear, he brought stability and a sense of security. Out of it, he brought love.
During the service, there were also scripture readings by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen and Leader of the Opposition, Dr. Peter Phillips. Following the church service at the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity, Mr. Seaga's body made its way to the National Heroes Park, where mourners were already awaiting their last opportunity to say farewell.
Reporting for JIS News, I am Vanessa Silvera.
Thanks, Vanessa. When the service ended inside the cathedral, Mr. Seaga's casket, draped in the Jamaican flag, was placed on a gun carriage. As the walking funeral procession pulled away from the church, the first round of a 19-gun salute by the Jamaica Defense Force punctuated the air. Other rounds followed at 1-minute intervals until the arrival at National Heroes Park. Long before, those who gathered at the church would walk the former leader to his final resting place. Many converged along the route some hours ahead of the service to await their final opportunity to say goodbye. Residents of surrounding communities danced and sang in jubilation, choosing not to dwell on the loss but celebrate Mr. Seaga's life and his impact on theirs. And the approximately 45-minute walk ended at the National Heroes Park, the final resting place for the Most Honourable Edward Seaga. The act of committal was undertaken by Anglican Bishop of Kingston, the Right Reverend Robert Thompson, President of the Deliverance Evangelistic Association, Bishop Dr. Errol Blair, and President of the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Pastor Everett Brown. Immediately following was the laying of wreaths from several persons, including his widow, Mrs. Carla Seaga, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, and Prime Minister Andrew Holness, among other government officials. The final act, signaling the end of the committal, was the handover of the insignia and flag covering the casket to the family, which was received by the Most Honourable Carla Seaga. Edward Seaga served as Prime Minister from 1980 to 1989. He represented the constituency of West Kingston for 43 years, from 1962 until his retirement from active politics in 2005. He died on May 28 on his 89th birthday and was laid to rest on Sunday, June 23, 2019. In other news, the results from the Primary Exit Profile (PEP) examination has revealed more students being placed in schools of their preference. The news was revealed by Minister with Oversight for Education, Carl Samuda, during a press conference at the ministry's Hero Circle office on Friday.
Last year, we placed 30,789 students in schools of their preference. This year, we placed 32,155 students in schools of their choice.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Hurricanes can strike at any time. In the event of one, be prepared to act quickly. If a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, review your home disaster response plan. Map out likely routes to evacuate if your home is at risk and confirm with relatives or friends you plan to stay with. Also, confirm the location of the nearest shelter. Check your emergency supplies and restock if necessary. Remember, disasters do happen, so be prepared.
At home, you can purify your water using bleach or by boiling. At the National Water Commission, however, the process is a lot more detailed. Take a look.
The human body cannot function without water. While you may live for up to 3 weeks without food, you cannot go more than a week without water. From breaking down the food we eat so the body can use it, to helping us heal when we get sick, water is needed for almost every process that takes place in the body. And although 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, drinking it directly from seas, rivers, wells, or aqueducts may make you sick. Untreated water contains bacteria and other germs, as well as chemicals that may be dangerous to the body. So in order to get the water from here to here safely, it has to be treated. Water treatment processes differ depending on the source. If the water is coming from a river, for example here at the Negro River in St. Thomas, it usually goes through an extensive treatment process before reaching the pipe.
Here is where we do the first
type of treatment in the form of sedimentation and screening. Behind me you can see where we screen the bigger stuff like the sticks, the stones and debris. Then we come down to the sediment where we separate the sand from the stones. And then this water will leave from St. Thomas and pipe into Kingston via pipeline into the Mona Reservoir.
The Mona Reservoir is the island's largest raw water storage facility and provides the liquid to over 30% of people living in Kingston and St. Andrew. If this is where you get your water, here is where the next step in the treatment process occurs.
Here in the reservoir, we allow for maximum levels of mixing, maximum levels of aeration, as can be done here at the facility. We also, at the reservoir, you allow for settling out of the silt and the suspended particles, dirt particles, that would otherwise be in the raw water. We then take the water from the reservoir and take it to the Mona treatment plant.
At the treatment plant, chemicals are added to further purify the water. Chlorine is first added to kill bacteria.
You have stages that include flocculation, where we actually add chemicals to the water that allow those microscopic dirt particles that are still in the water to be brought together in what we call flocks, and then we are able to skim it off and remove it from the water.
The water is then passed through filters which contain layers of sand, gravel, charcoal or synthetic materials that remove remaining small particles. The final stage is disinfection. Here, chlorine is added to kill any other bacteria or germ.
Ensuring that we have what we refer to as chlorine residual that goes with the water, so that as the water travels along the pipeline to our customers, should it come in contact with any germs along the way, there is enough chlorine residual in that water to destroy those germs and still be delivered to the customer in good quality.
The water is tested all throughout the treatment process to ensure that what you get in your pipe meets World Health Organization standards.
For several years running, the National Water Commission has won the best tasting water in the Caribbean. We have also been acknowledged by the various arms of the United Nations at different points in time as having one of the best quality water in the hemisphere.
That is definitely something we can drink to.
Protect yourself from the flu virus. Visit your nearest health center or doctor to get the flu vaccine. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water or by using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid the spread of germs by not touching your eyes, mouth, or nose. And be sure to regularly disinfect surfaces and objects that are used often. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
Water is essential for sustaining life on our planet, whether it's human life, animal life, or plant life. Here's how the Agro-Investment Corporation, in conjunction with RADA, is ensuring that our farmlands remain viable for crop production.
To provide jobs for persons, it lets me feel like, I'm really contributing to the economy of the country. It's just a good feeling. And to produce the quality products, to compete with the international market, and to produce goods that actually look much better than imported goods is a good feeling for me.
Agro-Investment Corporation continues to scout for lands in Jamaica that are best suited for agricultural production through the National Land Agency and the Commission of Lands, and also with private enterprises. So wherever there is unused government lands or private lands, Agro-Investment Corporation will profile these lands.
So by now, we should all be aware of the benefits of leasing lands from the government. But once you've leased the land, how do you maximize returns? Well, knowing the soil type is important. For instance, did you know that over in the Ebony Park Spring Plain Agro Park, the soil type impacts the kinds of crops that can be planted there?
Ebony Park Agro Park is about 1,100 acres, and likewise the Spring Plain, and that's roughly all the lands within there. There are areas of non-arable areas, but there are arable areas. Arable areas amount on the Ebony Park side to about 800 acres. There's a lot of different soil types, predominantly Bonegate, clay loam. Basically anything can grow here. Once it requires a pH of about 6.5 to about 7. There are pockets where the pH might fall to about 5.5, 5.8. So if there's a crop that needs to be having a lower pH, soil could be amended to facilitate that. But basically anything will grow.
So let's revisit our checklist. We've applied and submitted all the necessary documentations, including proof of our capacity to invest in the land. We've learned about soil types and pH balances in the soil. What's next after you've been approved?
They would assign you a plot number, or they'd give you a designated area to where you'd be assigned. I guess you'd view it to see maybe what you'd need to do. If it needs a bit of clearing, you might want to look at that, how you go about doing that. You'll be advised as to the best way to get that done. You might want to go to the NIC because our water is pressurized, and so the NIC supplies it. So a part of your contract would give you the ability to go to NIC with tenure of land, and then they would then come and put your meter on so that you get ready supply for water. We also offer tractor services to plow, harrow, farrow, and other activities that you might want, rotovate and so on, for your lands. So you'll be able to do that. Once you do that, we could tell you of maybe different cycles, crop cycles, where you might want to plant, best time for certain crop. You might be able to go out of these seasons, but at least we'll be able to tell you that this crop does well in a particular season. The risk might be higher in another season, but so might be the returns. So you could get advice as to that. So local advice will be there ready for you.
Meet Henry Givens, a youth farmer who is a beneficiary of this initiative. He started out acquiring just 5 acres of land, and today he is up to 15. Givens plants various crops at different stages, including Scotch bonnet pepper, sweet potato, and Maruga red watermelons, as well as slicing and plummy tomatoes.
Leasing land from the government, it is beneficial, and at the point where I would actually want to lease more if available. You know, I am not employed otherwise, so it allows me to take care of my 2 babies, and it allows me to eat and survive. So it is something very beneficial, I would say. Life here at Ebony Park, it's twofold. It's good sometimes and sometimes it's challenging. One, persons around, some persons, they know what to do with their crops, for example, and they don't want to do it. So sometimes, we have a lot of pest and disease outbreak, and some persons just don't want to invest the funds or do what is right to actually, make the agro park much better and a much cleaner environment. And then, also, sometimes there's a major issue with the whole irrigation system. It costs a lot sometimes, because even if you look into the pepper field, sun scalding is a result of a lack of water supply sometimes. But it's a blessing, and there is not only negative, because once you have irrigation, then without the irrigation I couldn't do anything like this, none at all.
Farming can be an expensive venture, but it's also beneficial. As a youth farmer, the challenges may not even be financial.
Some older persons, because they're so, relatively young, they don't want to work with you because they said they don't want to work with a younger person. However, sometimes it's good to know that, for some persons that really can't afford to go into the farming as deep, that you can provide them with not only a job, but you can also assist them with technical advice to improve their smaller production that they do as well. My advice to younger farmers or investors is that they should not be discouraged or swayed from agriculture. It is something that can be beneficial, and is a good way to make a good foundation for themselves and their families. So it's something that they should look into and be strong about it. That's the only way we can build our country.
nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Get fit with Jamaica Moves.
Hi, I am Charmaine Wisdom, and I am a physical fitness trainer working with the Ministry of Health on the Jamaica Moves in Schools program. Today, I'm just going to show you a 5-minute routine that the whole family can enjoy. Ready, guys? We're gonna move to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, overhead. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Across your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift the legs to the back. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Punching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody all right? We're gonna go overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna do some knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 10 more, 9 more, 8 more, 7 more, 6 more, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rock them to the side. 1. What? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do a bit of squats. We're ready to go? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk it off. Let's go. Everybody all right? Your heart rate is up. That was just warm up, you know. We ready again? Punch to the front. Punch, 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 punch. 10 more, 9 more, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to your right. Right hand, left knee. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Over to the next side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And squeeze to the front. Let's go. Woo! Everybody all right? Let's go, let's go. 10 more, 9 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it to the right. Take it down. Come on. Come on, Destiny. You said you like dancing, right? Dancing is exercise, right? Let's go. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Over to the other side. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March it off. Also, there are easy ways that you can use chairs and tables to work out. Bring the chairs for me. Join me up here. So if you're in a classroom setting, anywhere you are, you can get physical activity, right? She's gonna sit on the chair. We're gonna show you. Bring the other one this time. So she's gonna do some squats. So you're gonna get up and stand. Let's go. Up. Come on. Straighten your back. Look forward. 10 more. Go team. 9 more. 8 more. 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you don't have any excuse wherever you are. Step to the side of the chair, and we're gonna lift to the side. You ready to go? Side, side, team, side, side. Let's go. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, on the other side. Easy ways. Whether you're in an office, classroom, let's go. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Feel the burn. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's march it out. So remember, after every workout, you have to cool down. So we warm up, do a main activity, and then we have to bring the heart rate back to its natural position, right? So we're gonna bring the arms up on your toes. Take a deep breath. 1 more. And touch your toes. And hold. 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. And clap yourself. Good job.
I would want the country to appreciate that the government is very serious about protecting our environment. The importance of the Cockpit country cannot be overstated. It is rich in biodiversity, possessing 37 of Jamaica's 60 species of amphibians and reptiles, and of the 106 vascular plant species found here, 101 are endemic to the area. The Cockpit country area is also known globally for its karst limestone, which has given it the appearance of an overturned egg tray. So you can imagine what that looks like. The cultural heritage of the Cockpit country is very rich and still present today. The Taino Indians were the original inhabitants of the area. However, enslaved Africans sought protection in the Cockpit country and settled in areas such as Maroon Town and Akongpong. It produces 40% of the island's surface water. The Great River, Black and Martha Berry rivers are among several rivers that originate from the Cockpit country. Another noteworthy point about this area is that of the 84,000 hectares of Jamaica's landmass classified as closed broadleaf forest, the Cockpit country accounts for 43,000 hectares, or approximately 51% of the island's closed broadleaf forest. I'm always very sympathetic to the environmental cause. The government's commitment and declaration still stands. There will be no mining in the area designated as the Cockpit Country Protected Area.
And that's where we close things off on Jamaica Magazine, but only for today. We return round about the same time tomorrow, right here on this station. We maintain an active internet presence. We're available at jis.gov.jm, all the major social media platforms, YouTube, and we also have a mobile app. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the JIS, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.